Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine. Today we will start our lecture and today we will cover
Alaikum assalam, ma'am. Alhamdulillah. How
Alhamdulillah. Okay, today our lecture will be about the evaluation of information system used in an organization. That can be any organization, and then we will evaluate over functional area of that information system in the chosen organization. Like I have chosen the banking system, so we will study about which type of information system we are using inside the banks, and then we will evaluate before and after the information system of the use before using of information system and after the uses of information system, what was the changes made in the information system. So today we will start our lecture from that. First of all, as we have a break in for some time, so we will revise some topics. Information system, we will go through these slides so we can recall the information system and types of information system, because we are going to discuss one type of information system in the banking. So we will go through the other types shortly. So first of all, what is information system? Whenever we are transferring our information within an organized form or in a systematic form, that is our information system, because our system is made up of different components. So we are combining different components that include hardware, software, networking infrastructure, our knowledge based systems, and different other components are included in our system. And the purpose of that system is only to manage our information in an effective and in a systematic way. So all the components that are helping in collecting, storing, or processing that data is part of our system. So individuals are also using these information systems, because whenever we need something, or we have to chat with others, or we have to do shopping by using the online websites, we have to use that information system. We can use the feedbacks of other customers, or we can use all other systems that are the services of other organizations. So information system is available for both individuals and for the organizations are going to provide the services, so they have to manage their operations in an easy and effective way. So they are using the information system to make their customer more facilitated or more comfortable. There are different types of information system, but most commonly used information system are office automation systems, transaction processing system, knowledge work systems, management information system, decision support system, executive information system, and business expert systems. We already know about these information systems as we have discussed these systems in lecture number 1, but I am going through these types. Office automation system, like the name indicates, all the tasks that we are going to perform inside the office that is related to decision making, or paperwork, or any documentation, presentations, calculations, payroll, etc. All the tasks are included in our information system, and the software that support us in these tasks is office automation system, that helps in the to do the office task automatically, that helps in the decision making. We can create a paperless offices, or we can do over task, like we can make our presentations, we can do our calculation by using the Microsoft Excel, we can use Microsoft Word to make our documents. So office suite is an example of office automation system. Transaction processing system, like if we are selling something, we are purchasing something, we are placing an order, we are storing our stock, that is related to our transaction system. So whenever we are talking about any company that includes these type of tasks, they have to use the transaction processing system, that is part of the information system. So that information system help them to organize all these tasks in an effective form. So the system will help to store and manage all the record in the database, and organizations can use these records for the future work. So the sale management system is an example of transaction processing system. knowledge work systems, as we have to do some research or we have to do anything, we have to update our policies. At that spot we have to manage the knowledge. Whenever we are putting something inside our system, that is sort of data. When we are putting we are doing any calculation on that data, that is our information. And when we are managing our information, that is part of our knowledge. So we have to utilize our knowledge to take the decisions or to renew our policies, or we want to update our policies. Then we have to use the knowledge work systems. So the knowledge create new knowledge, new ways to improve business and preserve that knowledge within an organization. So we have to save that knowledge inside our system so we can use that knowledge for the future decisions. So that system is a specialist computer application to help knowledge workers. So these systems are expensive and used in large organizations only. Information can be shared easily using these systems. Like I told you, when we have to do any sort of research, we have to use the knowledge work system. So example of knowledge work system is research development system. The next one is management information system. That is, we can say that that is most commonly used information system. And inside the management information system, the other information systems are also lies, like decision support systems, expert systems, executive information systems. So that is most commonly used information system because we have to do management in each and every organization. So to support the management activities, we have to use the management information system that allows managers and as well as the staff to look after the sales, turnover, marketing, suppliers, information, accounting, etc. So that will improve our efficiency and decision making. And other information system are also part of management information system. As I told, decision support systems, expert systems, executive information system, that are also the part of management information system. Decision support systems helps to make the decisions, like it will present the transactions of weekly transactions, sale figures, trends, forecast of projected future revenue, decisions, alternatives based on the past information as well as on the trends. Like is anything is on trending, we have to invest on that area or we have to invest on that product. So that system will help us to make the better decisions for our businesses. This system helps to take decisions that are risky and posed high uncertainty, something that for which we are not sure about. We have to use these systems so we can take better decisions. Executive support systems. Executive support system is a decision based system, but that is the upper level decisions, because the upper executives have to take some sensitive decisions. So that system will help them to take the decisions in an effective way or in an mannered way. So its main objective is to provide a micro organization wide view of senior executives by providing a very user friendly interface so that the proactive steps may be taken to beat the competition. As we know that nowadays we are working in a market in which the many of us are providing the same services, so there is a competition along them. So we have to beat that competition by announcing the different and unique services for our customers. Business expert systems, like a person that is experienced businessman, we have to hire that person so we can take the suggestions from that person in our critical situations or in our bad times. But when we are using the business expert systems, we are easy, because business expert systems can give us the guidelines as the human beings can give us the guidelines. That is a experience inside the business. The person who is have many years of experience in the business. So we can use business expert system. That systems are based on the artificial intelligence, so they can use the neural networks that are similar to our brains. So they can take the decisions as compared in the same way as the humans can take the decisions in any critical situation. So we can say that are expert systems, or we can say that are expert in business, and we can take suggestions from these systems. So these systems are different from any other information system as they are capable of decision making. So they can take their decisions without the involvement of any human. We are only giving the data towards these systems. They can process that data and make the knowledge from that data, and then take the decisions according to that knowledge. So bank use these systems to judge the credibility of credit worthiness of the loan applications, etc. So we can use the business expert systems to take the decisions. Now, these was the types of information systems. So we have to choose an area in which we have to study any one of them information system that we can use. So we have chosen the banking area. So now we have to decide which type of information system we are using in the banking sector. So in banking sector, we have to do different type of tasks. So doing that task, we have to use different type of information systems. So we have to use the decision making tools. We have to use the management information system. As we know, the decision support information system is also the type of management information system. So in other words, we can say that in banking, we are using the management information system. And the decision support systems are also involved in banking. As I gave you the example for the approval of loan, we can use the executive information system, business expert information system. So we have to take decisions. So we can use different type of decision making tools in the banks. We have to use the computers, and we have to use the internet based systems. So we have to manage over data in the databases. As we know, the banking services are available 24/7, and every bank has a centralized database. So we have to use internet based systems on which we can kept over data for 24/7, and that data must be updated and unique at all the times. So why we are using the management information system inside the banks? What are the benefits of using the management information system? Like before using the information system, we have to do a lot of work. We have to do a paperwork. We have to manage each and everything. We have to take decisions by ourselves. There are a lot of tasks to do before the invention of the computer, or before the usage of information systems. So there are a lot of benefits of information systems, as well as the management information system that helps in managing the data. We don't need to write each and everything on a paper and then store that papers in our warehouses or in our stores. So that is also a very hectic task, and we have to label that data. We have to assemble that data alphabetically or in other way, and searching from that data was also a very difficult task. So the management information system make it very easy to manage over data. Only we have to store the data inside the databases, and only we have to give a single query. Like we have to give the address or the name of the employee, and all the record will be shown in front of us by a single click. So we can say that advantage of using the management information system is that it is very easy to manage over data. It also helps to maintain and manage the critical business data for assisting in the complex decision making by the management. Like we can take a record from over previous years data. Like we can say that we are taking the record of the years in which our business revenue was very minimum. So by seeing that data, we can judge that what was the reasons behind that failure or behind that loss. So we can overcome these reasons in the future. So we can improve our business. So we can utilize our data whenever we are taking any complex decision, or we are going to launch our new product. So we have to utilize our data at that time. We can utilize the trends or analyze the trend, what is on trending, what is the interest of our customers, which type of product is much more have much more liking from the customers. So we have to judge the trends by taking the feedback or by taking the data of our sales. We can judge from the top sale items what is on the trending. Goal setting, we can set over goals on which areas we have to do much work or which area must be skipped in the future. We can identify our problems by taking the feedback or by judging that sometimes some products are not friendly in some areas, as the customer in that areas are not interested in that product. So whenever we are taking the data from different areas, we can compare that data and we can identify what are the problems inside that field or inside that area. That will, whenever we are focusing on each and everything, we can increase the efficiency of our business, and we can compare our business performance with other organizations that are providing the same services. So these are the benefits of using the management information systems. Now, use of computers and internet based systems in the banks. Why it is necessary to use computer and internet based systems in the banks? As computer is the need of nowadays, a need of each individual person as well as the need of organizations. As we all know that computer is very helpful in doing each and every task. Like we can make the documents, we can make the calculation sheets, we can store our data, we can communicate with our customers. So computers have many of the advantages. So we can say that the computer is need of today's world. But if we are only using the computer and there is no internet or no network inside our organization, we are unable to share the things among with each other or among with our customers. So internet is also a need of today's business areas or today's customers. So the use of computer and internet is really helpful in the banking as well as in other organizations. But we have chosen the banking field, so we are talking about the bank. Whenever we have to store the financial information, we have to use the computers. And when we have to share that financial information system with our customers or with our employees, we have to use the internet. So both are necessary for the storage and for the sharing of our financial information. Transaction details are also stored by using the computer, and that can be shared. Whenever we are talking about the sharing, the internet is compulsory, and when we are talking about the storing, that in that field we have to use the computers. Processing the transactions, like if we want to withdraw the money or we have to send money from one person to another person, we have to process that transaction, and the computers and internet are also helpful in processing that transaction. Generate receipts for deposits and withdrawals. Like if we are visiting the banks, there are the receipts for our deposit money, and if we have withdrawn anything from the ATM as well as from the bank, also the receipts are generated. That is a computerized receipt. So the computers are used to generate the receipts for the deposits and withdrawals. We can generate the statements like over monthly statements, over weekly statements, over annual statements. All the record of the transaction will be given to the customer in the form of the statements. Online and mobile banking, like different applications are available. Every bank have its own app for on the mobiles in the Play stores. So we can do the mobile banking as well as we can do the online banking by using their websites. Availability 24/7 as banking websites as well as the applications are available 24/7. Also the ATMs are also available 24/7. Complaint system and new requests for the account opening. Like now we can give the request of account opening by using our applications or by using our websites, and we can give the suggestions as well as we can submit our complaints by using the computer and as well as by using the internet. Is there any use of computer and internet in the banking in your minds? Can anyone tell? No idea.
Assalamualaikum, Miss.
Walaikum Assalam.
Yes, we can use the mobile banking
Yes.
for transactions, like for withdrawal or deposits.
Okay, we can pay our bills, we can recharge our mobiles. These are also the applications of banks, and the banking applications are helpful in doing these tasks. We can do online shopping, that are also a part of our online banking. Okay, decision making tool. As we studied that in previous slide, we have discussed that the decision making tools are used, computer and internet based systems are used, and management information system are used. We have studied what is the use of management information system, what is the use of computer and internet based systems. Now we will discuss why we have to use the decision making tools inside the banks. Like if we want to calculate the profit rate for saving accounts, like time to time that profit rate varies, like sometime it will be 18%, sometime it will be 25%. So we have to decide what will be the profit rate according to the our competitors, like we are doing in the we have to face our market. So we have to offer the rate that is in by using that rate we can compete with the market, as well as we have to manage over budget. So whenever we have to decide what will be the profit rate for our saving accounts, we have to take decisions, and for taking that decisions we can use the decision making tools. Different persons are applying for the loan, we have to decide either the person is eligible for that loan or not. We have to take the decision at that time. The decision making tools will help us. Insurance claims, like sometimes the person is claiming for the insurance for their cars or for their other things. So we have to decide either that insurance is valid or not. Lease approval for the vehicles as well as for the houses. Amount of cash must be in the bank. So we have to decide that what is the, like in the first 10 days of the month, the cash withdraw is more as compared to the mid of the month or end of the month. So we have to decide how much cash must be always available inside the banks. Lockers allotment decisions. So these are the situation in which we have to take the decisions. These are the sensitive decisions. So for taking that decisions, we can use the decision making tools. Why we need to use the information system in the banks, as we discussed it earlier, but now we can summarize that a new trend in the field of bank digitization. Like now everything is available in form of online apps, or there is a trend of online banking. Everything is available in hands. So we have to use the information system, because without using the information system, we cannot be able to give all the services 24/7. In today's corporate environment, with global competition operating across the system and an open competitive market, manager face many challenges, like how much interest rate, how much profit rate, what services are unique, or which services will attract the customer. So the managers have to take the decisions, because they have to engage the customer along with their organization. If they are not engaging their customers, or they are not facilitating the customer will switch to another banks or switch to another organization. So they have to use the information system so they can compete the market. The wider aims of information system are designed to provide better services for the customer while preserving profitability of corporation for stakeholders both inside and outside the firm. So information system is helping us in each and every task. So we have to use the information system in the banks as well as in other organizations. These are the 6 objectives of any business. Like we can say that in banking also, these are the 6 strategies or 6 objectives. We have to give the operational excellence, like all the operation must be done in an effective way or in an excellent way. We have to launch new products, new services and business models. We have to make a strong relationship with suppliers as well as with the customers. We have to take decisions, we have to compete the market, and we have to take advantage from that competition and we have to survive. Like nothing, no situation can down our organization, lay down our organization, or we can say that we have to compete and we have to survive in each and every situation. So these are the 6 objectives of any organization. Operational excellence means we have to improve our quality. All the operation, like if we are providing any service that is withdraw service, that is utility bill payment service, that is ATM card services, any services that we are providing, that must be excellent. There will not be any flaw in that services. So that is our first task, our first aim to attain our customers. So we have to improve the efficiency for both online and the manual transactions. Like we are not only focusing on the online banking, also we have to maintain our banks, because not 100% people are using the online banking. The 20%, 30%, 40% people are using the banks physically. So we have to maintain our banks as well as our banking websites. We have to save the cost by reducing the paper. There is no need to make an empty room for storing over all the paperwork, over registers, over all the things. So we can save our cost by reducing the paperwork, as we are saving each and everything inside the computers, and we are taking also the backups by using these computers, so that can save our cost on a large scale. New product, service, and business models. Like we have to give the new services. Like before 5-6 years, we was not able to pay our bills by using online apps or different other things, or some things was limited. We are not able to apply for the loan by using the online banking websites. So day by day, the banking are updating their websites as well as their services. So they are giving the new products and new services to the customer, so the customer are feeling can feel more comfortable as compared to the previous time. So banking as a service, such as auto debit payments, so there is no need to visit the bank physically. We can pay over bills, utility bills, over debit card bills, over ATM transactions can be done by using over online banking. Only we have to open our applications, such as a mobile banking. We can open that app and we can do all these things. So that is the new service, or we can say that the updated service provided by the banks, and they are still working on the services. They are updating their applications because they have to manage their customer in more effective way. Customer and supplier relationship, they have to give access to their accounts 24/7. So the customer and the banking relationship is very much friendly, and they have the helpline 24/7. If we are facing any problem in the app or as well as in the website, we can take help from the helpline, or by their website. We can post email, or we can send them the email and they will respond us. So the customer and the banking relationship is much stronger as compared to the previous time. So they are giving access to the customer 24/7 to their accounts. Decision-making dashboard that are used to visually track and display the banking key performance indicators, like the indicating things that are directly affecting the performance of the bank, that are available in the visually form, like in the form of charts, in the form of graphs. So we can take the decisions by using that visual track or by using that dashboards. Competitive advantage: secure funds transfer, pay bills easily, and enable them to track their transaction easily. These are the services that can compete the competitors inside the market. If we are giving the services more better as compared to others, so the customer will not switch from our bank to the other banks. So that by using that or by giving that services, we can compete over market. Survival: we have to survive in each and every situation. So we cannot say that our banking website is not stable, or our banking service is not available. Although nowadays the banking updation are also done in the timing in which the customer are not, mostly customer are not using their websites or their services. So we can say that they are giving the services 24/7. If they want to update their banking websites or their system, they also chosen the hours in which the minimum customer are using their website, and they are sending the message before the updation, like 2 to 5 p.m. There can be some problems by using that website, so the customer will not feel any discomfort. So we have to survive in each and every situation. So that means that there is no sign of banking business slowing down or unavailability. That was the system we are using inside the banks. Now we will compare head systems with the previous systems. So each and every we are using systems for different management group, like in different management group, how the information system has updated over banks. We will discuss that. Transaction processing systems, like serves on operational level, like we in the banking, transaction is a operation, that is the main operation of the banking. We have to do the transactions. So performing and recording daily routines such as payroll and account payable, that is also a part of transaction. So we are using the information system in that. Bank cash management, by checking and managing credit card transactions, processing money order, updating cash flow, cash payments, and providing micro account management system to the banking sector. So our information system is helping in the transaction processing system. Management information system, like how the computer is helping in the management information system, producing fixed, regularly current scheduled reports based on the data excerpt and the summarized from the firm's underlying transaction processing system to identify and inform decision problems to achieve their defined objectives. Like that is on the auto annual reports, quarterly reports, or weekly reports are given to the manager. The ATM cards, payrolls, and the customer identification, these activities are then summarized in the form of reports for the manager, so they can check whether the firm is working properly or not. So we can say that the management information system is able to generate the reports, and on annually basis, on monthly basis, or on weekly basis. We have to set our systems, and that will generate the reports from the customer as well as from the staff. So we have to check that reports, and we have to judge the performance of our banking or our banks. Customer relationship management system provides a faster tool for managing, scheduling, maintaining, and repairing and ongoing support to improve efficiency and effectiveness of an organization. As I told you that there is a banking helpline is available. Banking website also have a help link. We can go towards the email portion, so we can send them the emails. So we can say that the banking is also if the management information system or information system is helpful for the strong relationship between the customers. So in banking companies such as scheduling appointments, sending personalized emails, and response to the social media post, we can use the information systems. So we can there are most frequently used questions. We can save that answers that are related to that most frequently used questions, and that can be sent automatically to the customers. Stores customer data such as contact information, product use, and interaction to create reports and analyze customers' behavior, performance, and making comparison between them. Or we can start our marketing campaign, and we can give that services, or we can give that products details towards our customer in form of email or in form of any message by using social media applications. So that will helpful to make a strong relationship with our customers. So these are the advantages of using information system in banking. The first one is it will improve the efficiency of the bank. As the banks are easy to do their transaction, they can provide 24/7 services. So we can say that that will increase the efficiency of the bank. With the online banking, customers can complete their work in the shorter time. There is no need to visit the bank physically. They can make the transactions anywhere and from anywhere at any time with their mobile applications or by using the banking websites. There is no need to go to the bank or to make a phone call to their work. So we can do that things or these transactions by using their applications and by using their websites. So that information system also provides convenience to the customers. With ATM service, the customer can withdraw money with an ATM card and carry out their other banking operation with the without the help of banking staff, as and the no involvement of the staff is needed whenever we are going to the ATM or we are using the application. ATM provides 24/7 service. Customer can do the financial transaction at any time. Many services can do through ATM without go to the bank counter and wait in a queues. So we can do that task by sitting at home. We can the information system also improve the customer services, as banks provide more details on the customer at the hand, and thus it is more supportive. That will keep track of customers contact information to handle customer request easily. Whenever they are demanding for something, we can send them the emails. Automated reply make many simple problems can be solved effectively, satisfying customers request and increase their loyalty to the bank. They will not switching from one bank to another bank. Still, there are some limitations by using the information system in the banking. These limitations are security and identity theft. Whenever we are using the internet or we are using the online services, the main issue is that there is a security problem, as there are so much hackers are available and the scams are also available. So different persons are trying to leak the security of the bank. So the security and the identity theft is the main limitation still nowadays, and we have to work on them, and different banks are working on the security and identity theft. Like online banking and mobile application must be designed to be safe for the customer, as different messages are available on their websites, like they have used only the number that is only cannot be receivable for the calls. So they are giving different warning messages. Don't share your pins, don't share your personal details to anyone. They are not taking any detail from you in form of email or on the calls. So they are trying to provide us the security. Programming involves encoding and decoding. Whenever we are sending an email that is not in an simple language, that will be available in the encoded form. So if anyone is trying to attack on that link, they are unable to see the message or understand the message. So what can be encoded can be also decoded. So if they don't know the pattern of decoding, so they will not be able to read that message. Hacker will look for the sensitive data such as your personal information, bank records, etc. So we have to hide that data, and we don't need to share that data with anyone. Be careful not to use insecure networks. Like we don't need to use the public networks. We have to use our own network, our own internet connection. Otherwise, your account may be destroyed. The second is that ATM machines has some limitations, like there is a withdrawal limit, or link down issues are also available in the ATM machine. So we have to update that limitations. Technical problem and the service interruption, like server fail. If the server fails while using the internet services, the ability to access the account online will naturally be affected. Sometimes links are down, so we are trying. There are duplication inside the transactions, or sometimes there are some they are not accepting the cards, or sometimes the transaction is not able to be completed. So the link down issue is faced by the customer. So similarly, if the bank server fails or loses power, and site maintenance is temporarily available, you will not be able to access bank information online or via mobile. Bank maintain multiple sites to prevent unavailability when the internet system fails. That is a solution, but that is not a feasible solution, because whenever we are giving the multiple websites, that is very easy for the hackers to give another site to the customer, and they can take the personal information of the customer from them. So that is not a secure secure solution for the customer. So that will also increase the security issue. So that is not, we cannot give that solutions by using the banks. So again, why information system is important in business. Business information system make it simple to store operational data, communication records, and documents. That is the main three things inside a system. Business information system ease the process of decision making and simplifies the process of delivering the required information, and hence assist in taking better decisions instantly. So we can say that information system give us very smooth running of the business. We will compare the bank system before the information system and after the information system in main areas. Like in account opening, before the information system, the account opening takes a lot of time and that needs a lot of formalities. So before the information system or before the computerized system, the customer have to fill a form and sign it. After that, customer have to provide the necessary documents, that are a lot of documents, like their identity card, their other documents like their job letters or other things that are compulsory for opening up the account. Also, along that documents, customer have to take a person along with him or her that have already account in that bank. So we can say that for the surety or for the security purpose of the bank, they need a person that can give security to that person, security of that person. After a long process verification, the bank keep record of the customer stored in individual postcard. Like every person has a file inside the bank. In that, the customer includes the name, photo, and signature were kept. So whenever we are giving any check to the bank, the signature that are in the file will be matched with that check. Then the money will be sent given to that person. Banks must have to maintain a ledger for the keeping history of the transaction. So we can say that we have a ledger in which we had the account available balance in the account or available money in the account, and the transactions are also written in that ledger. Customer have a passbook for his own transaction record. Like a customer has a copy of ledger that is named as a passbook, in which he or she is noting down the transaction history for their own easiness. And all the above process can take several weeks or can take 1 month for opening of the account. That was not very easy. But nowadays we have to fill and sign the form, but there is no need a person for the verification. We are also giving the ID card, and we are also doing the biometric verification. We have to provide the necessary documents. After verification process, bank signs us account number, and at the same day the bank will assign us the account number, and they will give the checkbook request and ATM request towards the head office. So we can deposit the money at the same day, but for the withdraw we have to wait for over ATM that can be available in 7 working days, or according to the services of the bank. They can provide us the checkbook as well as the ATM. Process of debit and withdraw. Before that, we have to write a check or fill a withdraw slip. Sometimes in banking, we have to fill both the withdraw slip as well as the check. After handing over the check, a passbook to the clerk, he gives a token for the further process. So we have to move toward the next person or the next clerk. Another clerk checks the ledger for checking account balance. Like he has to check either the check amount is available in your account or not. You have sufficient balance inside your account or not by using that ledger. Then he will post an entry in the ledger as well as in the passbook and in the withdrawal slip. So the three entries will be done, or we can say that the entry will be done in the three different areas or in three different books. Then the officer checks postcard to match your signature and identification. Then the clerk send that all things towards the officer, and the officer have your postcard in which you can say that, in other words, we can say that your file is available in officer's room. Then he will check your signature and match your signatures. If the signatures are matched, then after the verification, it will sign the passbook, ledger, and the check and withdraw slip as well, and forward check and withdraw slip to the cashier. Now, for all the above process, the office PN is required to move all the documents among the clerks and as well as to the officer of the bank. All this process can take hours or can take all the day if the cashier have not sufficient balance inside the bank. So they have to move towards the head office, then they have to took the cash from the head office inside the bank, and then they will give you the money. So sometimes it will took your all the day for the withdraw of your own money. But nowadays we have to fill the check or the deposit slip. Check and deposit slip contains your account number and the other formal information. Now there is no need of the passbooks, as they are have the record in form of computers inside the computers. Mostly banks use token numbers for announcing turns of the customers. If there are a lot of customers inside the banks, on your turn only you have to hand over the check to the cashier, and they will give he will give you the cash. Cashier use your account number for the balance inquiry and updating your account balance. He will update your account. Now, profit calculation on saving accounts. Before that, the banks calculate quarterly interest on saving accounts manually and post it on the ledger. So because they have to do the manual work, for this reason, quarter closing day used to be in the bank. That will be a holiday for the customer, but the employees will do the manual calculations. It took 1 or 2 days for the profit calculation manually. Banks, if they have a lot of customers, that can be exceed 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days. Bank seems to have used these holidays, so the customers suffer a lot. If we need an emergency cash in these days, we will not be able to took that cash from the banks. But now the banks calculate interest on saving accounts by using formulas or by using the system. There is no need to do the manual work. Profit posted to the accounts automatically on daily basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, semi-annual basis, or on the annually basis. Even today, when there is a technology to do these tasks, there is still a bank holiday for the quarter closing in the some banks. Data storage and backup. All the accounts were maintained in hard copy through the ledgers before the information system, and the transactions were limited to stand-alone branches. Each and every branch has its own record. There is no centralized system at that time. The books were maintained under double bookkeeping, like we have to, we can say that we have identical 2 books. One is for the that branch, and one is to deliver to the head office or the main office. And at the end of every day, the transaction were tallied and the branch-wise journal ledger is balanced. There were systems like cash available in the branch. We have to match that cash with the withdraw. So also we have to maintain a book or a register for the branch, for the cash of the branch. So we have to give entries inside that ledger, and we have to balance that ledger that is available for the branch. There were systems for sending weekly reports physically and at the central level. These are the consolidated on weekly basis to have a bank-wise journal ledger. So we can say that there is a lot of work, a lot of paperwork to do at the branch level, at in the central level. The main problem was that the branch needs a lot of storage. We have to use 1 room, 2 room for the keeping of that record, for the backup of that data. There So there is a lot of chances for the loss of data, and we are unable to recover that data if we have lost that data. Nowadays we have different components to store that data, so we have we have to input the data. A lot of applications are available to record that data, like database management systems. Now taking and storing backup is also very easy. We can quickly recover data, as we know that in 9/11 case we have the USA have recovered all the data very quickly. Analyzing data and decision making, like when we are storing the data, then we have to analyze that data and we have to take decisions according to that data. Before that, analyzing data was a challenge, as we are storing the data manually and there is a lot of bundles of papers or registers available in the stores. For managing that data or to analyze that data or making a summary of that data is very difficult task that takes a days or a months to analyze that data. Evaluating data was very difficult, so we are unable to take the decisions according to that evaluation or analyzation. So the decisions are not much accurate, like interest rates or annual budgets. Forecasting about bad debt are not easy for at that time, because we are unable to analyze the data in an effective manner. But nowadays digital data is available 24/7 and storage is not a problem nowadays. So we can analyze the data of a greater number of years, like 50 years, 25 years. So decisions are more accurate and on time. Decisions can be taken easily by using the expert systems, decision support systems, and management information system. That are the helping tools for taking the decisions. Competitive advantage. Before that, there are only government banks, no private sector was launched at that time. But still, we are unable to store our data, we are unable to analyze our data in an effective way, and there is less communication between the customer as well as in the bank employees or in the banking branches. So we are unable to take the advantage from the competition. If we want to compare performance of different branches, we have to move to the head office or centralized branch. It was also very rare, because we have a lot of work inside our branch. We are unable to move to another branches. Private bank sector was not introduced, so there is no competitive environment. Customers have to rely on the government banks and their basic services. Nowadays, due to the globalization, competition is high, but banks can use it as a strategy and can provide more flexible services than their competitors. Banks can utilize customer feedback to improve their performance, as websites are available and banking apps are also available. So the customer give us the suggestions as well as the reviews. New services can be offered by analyzing new trends. We can utilize the data, we can analyze our data, and we can see what is on the trending, and we can offer the services related to that trends. Organization can offer unique products or services to compete their competitors. Payroll and employee record maintenance. As the keeping track record of the data is a difficult task, so we can say that before the information system for annual increments, physical files are required, and it takes a long time to sort and add increment in the salaries. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 months. Payroll calculation was not much accurate in case of errors. Employees also have to wait for a long period of time, for a month, 2 months, 3 months, if they need any correction inside their salaries. In promotions of an employee, ECR is an essential tool, but maintaining ECR also challenging job. Most of the time ECR was not maintained because there is a lot of paperwork inside the banks or inside the organizations. So maintenance of each and everything is a very difficult task for all the persons. But nowadays all records are available in the digital form, so it is easy for administration to maintain the records and the ECR of the employees. Annual increments are accurate and can be added shortly into the salaries. Promotions are based on the ECR, and now we can say that ECR are fully updated. Customer relationship. As the data is not maintained, are not in a summarized form, or in a mannered form. So the bank heavily relied on the paper to record transaction and interaction with the customer. So organization can communicate only with the existing customer. We cannot give facilities to other persons that are not in our files or in our records. Searching a new customer was not easy. Delivering documents, messages to the customer needs a lot of work. First, we have to search the record from the papers, and then we have to post that document to the customer at the given address. Sometimes the address are not available, so we have to locating that customer is also very difficult task. Mostly customer have to visit the branch for the communication, or a person from the organization have to visit the customer's place for the communication. But nowadays we can upload new offers on the banking websites. We can easily search the new customers, as we can give the offers to our social media accounts or on our websites. Auto emails can be sent to the users. Advertisements are available on the social media. Now word is a global village. Communication is easy, but the satisfaction of customer is difficult. So we have to give the suggestions from our customer, and we have to analyze the trends. We have to take the decisions wisely to make the customer more satisfied. So we have to see the new trends, technology, and the competitors. Complaints and the customer feedbacks. Managing data was a difficult task before in the information system, so keeping record of the complaint was also a challenge. There was a complaint box that is always full because it takes weeks or months to sort out our complaints. As I told you, there is a lot of work for all the employees to do inside the banks to maintain the basic services of the banks. So giving the time towards the complaint is a very difficult task. So taking record of feedback, analyzing that feedback for decision making and better performance was not easy. Banks was busy to maintain their work so they can provide the basic functionality to their customers. But nowadays, we can make complaints online using the email or on the call from any place sitting at home. We can track complaint by using the tracking ID or complaint number. Suggestions can be posted on the website. Banks can sort out complaints within 5 working days. Mostly complaints are resolved in 3 working days or on the same day. We can they can guide you, or they can maintain their system at the same time, and we are giving, or we are submitting their complaint, or we are talking to the customer care representative, so they can solve our problem at the same day. So bank can store feedback inside the database and can use that data for analyzing trends and for the improvements of their performance. So that is information system inside the banks. Is there any issue in the lecture?
No, miss, I think.
Okay, then take care. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.